and break us out. And we've got 9 to 5 Jenny. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing today?
Well, could you go leave one up?
I thought she was frozen. She's not. Hi, Jenny. Okay?
Bring me the music off the thing.
I'm not sure if you can hear us, so I'll see how Jules is doing. Good morning, Jules from Well in Harmony.
Morning.
Hello, Jules. Did you sleep?
Yeah, how's your... She's ringing from her bed in
the Premier Inn.
Actually, that's exactly what it looks like.
It is.
That's great.
I dared her to do it, and she did it.
Well done.
What were you all doing last night? I haven't worked out what on earth has been going on with all you late nighters.
My husband had a gig in a pub.
Like the good old days.
I know. It was all socially distanced and all very, very above board in a very COVID secure pub, but it was an unusual experience. No singing along, no dancing. Everyone had to sit at their table in little groups, and it was all
with their fingers in their ears.
No, it was very low level. The music had to be acoustic, not with no bass, no drums. It had to be very so people could talk over it. It was interesting. It's good. It's a good night.
Oh, jealous! It sounds fab.
It was.
Excuse me a moment. Does anyone know a Christine Casson?
I've just let her in. Yes, she's from Harmony Spas.
Harmony Spas.
Jules, are you okay to put a number before your name? 1 for tenor, 4 for bass.
Sorry?
Are you okay to put a number before your name? We've got 1 if you're a tenor, 2 if you're a lead, 3 baritone, 4 bass.
Yeah.
Hugh and Sarah, if you can hear us, whoever you are, can you let us know what voice part you are, please, after you've unmuted yourself?
And we could ask Alexandra. Good morning to you, Alexandra.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Fabulous. What have you been singing through lockdown?
Quite a few things, because Gaynor is our leader, so I'm singing every day.
Oh, fab. I'm singing every day if I like it or not.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Are you changing it yourself? Are you changing it yourself, Sarah?
Changing what? Sorry.
Oh, what voice part are you?
Tenor.
Thank you.
Alexandra, what voice part are you, Alexandra?
I'm bass.
Bass. Okie doke. I'm just putting
Sarah,
a 4
which
before your
club
name.
are you in, Sarah?
Me, I'm in which group?
Yeah.
Thameside Harmony Chorus.
Okay. We like to have the display name show which group you're in.
Yeah, I sent in the pre-registration form. I can't actually change it.
Can't find you in there, but Sarah, I'll talk to you offline.
Fine.
Vivian, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Have you done anything really interesting in the past few months? As anybody?
Oh dear. Well, it's been difficult to do too much interesting things. I've made a spectacular garden.
Oh.
And I've tried to do some singing. I'm waiting for my knee operation, and I finally got a date because it was cancelled back in March.
Yeah.
So I'm going in on the 8th. So.
Oh, good luck with that.
But yeah. I don't know. No holidays, of course.
No. We can wait. We can hang on, can't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to say good morning to 0 Degrees Joe. Hi, Joe. How are you this morning?
Hi. Fine, thank you. Glad to be here, Joe.
Lovely to have you. Can I ask you, Joe, what your voice part is?
Tenor.
Tenor. Beautiful high notes. I'm just going to...
Well, I don't know about that. High notes.
High notes, then. Luckily, you'll be on mute, so we just won't know. I'm just putting a 1 between your in front of your name because we're going to go in breakout rooms later on, and so it'll make it easy for us to see where we're going. 9 to 5, Jenny. Can you hear me, Jenny?
Hello.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Tell me, Jenny, what have you enjoyed singing throughout lockdown?
Well, we have been learning It's the Music That Brings Us Together the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
And
yeah.
before that, we were doing an arrangement of Jerusalem. Because when we do sing, we often go and sing for WI groups, and we thought it would be nice to be able to sing a four-part arrangement of Jerusalem for them.
Definitely. I think how much they're going to appreciate that. They'll love it. What is your voice part, Jenny?
I'm a Barry.
Barry, fantastic. Me too.
Barry's rule. Or drool.
Or drool, yeah.
Oh, dare
Yeah,
you.
that's me.
Only when we're really
I know
tired.
Joe.
And we've got Rosamond with us from the Pitch Pipers. Hi, Rosamond.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
Absolutely fine.
What I like to hear. Absolutely. Fantastic as well. Can I ask you what voice part you are?
Bass.
Bass. Fabulous. I'm just putting a 4 in front of your name.
Okay.
Okay.
What the numbers were.
Yeah, we're going into breakout rooms later on, and it's going to make it really easy just to quickly assign us to the lead room, the tenor room, providing you've all given correct information.
Everybody's a bass.
We've got, yeah, hands up if you're a bass. Hands up if you're a bass. Oh, there's a lot of hands. I've seen a lot.
Hand up, Mike.
Mike, I'm not sure if you count in this. Well, we might let you in.
Why not? Why not?
With a range like that, maybe we will.
Hands
up if you're a
production crew,
baritone.
please acknowledge
Where are all our
messages.
beautiful Barrys? Oh, I've got 3 on my... Oh, no, I've got 5 on my page. Fabulous. And how many leads have we got? Luscious leads. Oh, there's not as many as I thought, actually. We've got enough, though. Enough divas to keep us going. How about tenors, then? Oh, yeah. 3, 4. And then we've got Hills as well. Morning, Hills.
Morning. Are we supposed to put a number first before I know?
Yeah, but we can do it for you. Are you a...
Do it now.
What part are you, Hills?
She's my tenor.
Ah, so...
She's my beautiful assistant.
Yay! Well, not
Number 1 for you.
I'll help.
Definitely beautiful. I mean, I've only seen you on screen, but it looks beautiful to me.
Beautiful in real life as well.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, thank you. Rename. One.
And we've only got 5 minutes, and then we're ready to start. Just seeing who I've missed. I can see Sue Harris about to come in.
I'm just going to change my name.
Oh, she's on
Let's
it.
all wave to Sue. Hi, Sue.
Hiya,
Hi,
Sue.
Sue.
Sue, when you change your name, are you fine to put a number of your voice part before it?
Right, okay. Number?
Yeah, you're a bass, aren't you?
I'm a ladies' bass.
Yeah, ladies' bass. So just put a 4. 4 Sue Harris, and then... Are you well in harmony as well?
No, Wessex.
Wessex. I knew it was a W, you see. My memory's terrible. Really bad.
Is that it?
Not quite yet. It might just take a second or two, though.
Oh, it's talking. Harmony.
Just seeing who I've missed to have a chat with. Hugh and Sarah, can I assume that I'm speaking to Sarah?
You are. Sorry, I wanted to change it, but he's going, it'll muck up the Zoom conference later. And I'm going, all right, then I'll just stick to Hugh and Sarah. It's me, Sarah, and I'm Thameside Harmony Chorus. I hope one of the others might be here. I thought Fiona might be here, or Angela, our chair. But Rosamond,
else here?
Rosamond, hello. I remember you from when we came down to Portsmouth. When Marilyn was there. Our lovely Marilyn, yes.
Oh, and what have you been enjoying singing throughout lockdown, Sarah?
Oh, well, unfortunately, we're losing another Rosalind at the end of this month. That's our MD. She's going off to do her PhD. She needs to spend time on her PhD.
I think we can allow that, can't we?
But she's actually managed to do a fortnightly Zoom session. We don't try to hear each other, but and then she puts on a YouTube of one of the LABBS songs, and we sing along individually. So we did Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Oh, it's fab doing that.
Yeah.
we're having a polecats night in the Red Rosettes on Wednesday. If anyone wants to join, I didn't expect to do one of these advertisement, but if you want to, we're going to sing through all the polecats in one of our rehearsal sessions. We'll say all of them. We don't actually know all of them, everybody, but the ones we know, we can sing. So do say if you'd like to come along. I know you are, Sue, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my Zoom details. She said she'd contact me personally, so.
Yeah, she will do. If not, tell me, and I will do.
Does anyone know someone who signs into Zoom as LISDA, LISDA?
No.
LISDA.
I'd like to tell everyone that our music director gave us 2 new short pieces to learn during lockdown. One was We'll Meet Again, the Virulent song, and the other one was Fly Me to the Moon. So it's kept us all very, very cheerful learning those.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fab. Have you had chance to put them together yet?
No,
or is it still on the horizon?
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
Only when they were Zooming.
Yeah.
Liz Dar might be Liz Davis from 9 to 5.
Okay, Mike, if I let her in, can you liaise with her?
We'll do.
Yep.
Whoever is our big brother watching over us, Labs production crew, please could you remake Boo a co-host? I have messaged, but I don't think anyone's reading chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think production is there though, so.
Yeah, hopefully they can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get it
Good
sorted.
move.
Hello, Helen. It will be done.
And any of you
Thank
looking
you,
at the screen,
big brother.
Hello, Soz. What
any of you
voice part
looking
are
at the
you?
screen and thinking, why have they got like crowns on their heads, and why has Helen not had a shave this morning? And it's because of some sort of Zoom update. We can actually, after this meeting, if you go onto the Zoom website, you can update something so that you can do all these fantastic, ridiculous things. I am very jealous. I can't do it.
Lizda. Lizda.
Oh, who's Lisa?
Can you turn your... I can't hear you. Can you speak a bit louder, please? What? I still can't hear you. There's no audio. But can you tell us what voice part you are? No, you can't, can you? If you can...
1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, or 4 fingers.
I love it.
Tenor, lead, Barry, bass.
Thank you. Every time I ask someone, they're...
Oh, Les from Harmony Inspires is there now.
Thank you.
I think it's 11 o'clock.
It is, exactly, yeah.
Have we gone live?
I hope not.
We're about to go live.
Not yet. We will be going
No.
live in the next 2 minutes. 1 second.
Yeah.
You want me to wait then until we go live?
Yes, please.
We're still renaming people. Leslie. Where's Leslie?
Get your hair done, girls.
Hi, Leslie. Can you? What voice part are you, please? Unmute yourself, please.
Please.
Thank you. It's another one.
Yeah, get the lappy on.
Yes, everybody make sure you're looking as aesthetically pleasing as possible. I nearly forgot my lipstick this morning.
Yeah. I have makeup bag.
Joan Collins. Hiya. Can you tell us what voice part you are, please?
Soprano, tenor.
Tenor.
Lady.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Ooh, lippy.
Ellen is a pirate. I mean, I just
It's my version of presentable. I'm ready.
Because no one would want to mess with you looking like
Hi,
that.
Sue. Welcome to the gang. Sue Breeze, that is. Can you tell us what voice part you are, please?
I've renamed her already.
Super quick. That's the first one. That's the first one I've not gotten to first.
I've definitely done about 3 or 4, Mike.
No, I didn't mean that. I didn't go for those.
Oh, okay.
I've done a few as well, Mike. Sorry.
And then we just need Yvette. What voice part are you, Yvette?
Lead.
A lovely lead. We're just going to put a 2 in front of your name, so that we know where to put you in a breakout room.
Jill Stark. What voice part are you, please?
Baritone.
Thank you.
Whoop whoop, baritone. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Carol, that dance was amazing.
Sorry, just laughing instead of putting stuff in. Thank you.
Laughter is the best medicine, though.
It is.
We've got a Sarah in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let her in, Mike. You handhold her. if you can,
Gracias.
please. The only one we rejected was the 44678.
Yeah, and that worked in the end.
Yeah.
I think that might have been somebody who had to then go on a different device.
That's good for them. That's good.
That was probably me then. It was me, I think.
Well, test 1 was successful then.
Yeah.
Hurrah. Are we allowed to start yet?
Hi, Sarah. At the I don't know your last name. Yeah, that's you. What voice part are you, please?
Bass.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Morning, Sarah.
Hi. I'm on my phone, so I can't figure out how to change my name, but never mind.
It doesn't matter. It's already done.
We're getting on it.
It's already done.
Good.
He's taking over the world.
It's got the dog.
Oh, whose dog's joining in with us?
The pitch is all wrong, isn't it? It's
Is it Jane?
It is.
How to mute?
He wants to be a bass.
Rita, can you go live with Facebook?
Okay. To the discussion room.
Live on the main page or discussion, either is fine. Should be able to do both.
Does feel like Big Brother, doesn't it? Whoever said that.
Okay.
It was
I
Helen.
think I'm doing it right now, Dave. We're live on Facebook. Main page. In just a second.
Participate in the yay.
I've just realised something about the update, by the way, to Zoom, which is amazing. You can get 49 on a screen.
They've increased the number of units that can do that.
There's an option. There's an option under. I can't remember where it was. Probably under. I can't remember where the setting was, but I found it.
I found it too.
I've got more than 25 on my screen.
Oh, amazing! As if you could
me
do this
too.
while we're on.
I can see you all. This is very exciting. It's the little drop down arrow and then video settings next to the stop video button, if anyone else is curious. And scroll down there. There's a tick box. Yay!
As we lose the entire audience. It's like, oh, bye.
Hey, Helen, do you want to go live?
This is a Zoom training course.
Go. Right. Welcome to LABBSi number 6. Hurrah! Special edition. We have our 2018 champion quartet, Avalon. Woohoo! Woo! Very, very kind of you all to join us. We're just hoping and praying that Boo doesn't get chucked out of the internet, as quite often happens, chucked out of Zoom. And we're going to be having a sectional, and in each sectional there's going to be an assistant who'll be monitoring the chat. So if you've got any questions or queries, you just put them in the chat when you're in your breakout rooms, and each assistant will be there to pick up on it. And I think that's all I have to say, except that now I would like to, if you can change the view, Dave, so that we can just get Avalon and me on the screen, that would be fantastic. I know Dave's on it. He's been practicing with his equipment, so to speak.
Glad we can't see him.
Rita may need to assist there.
Is it happening, Dave?
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, I'll wait until I can see Avalon in all their glory. Okay, I'm not going to wait. I'll carry on. So I have just so that people can get to know you a bit better, because quite often when you are up there on a stage, nobody really knows who you are or what you're about. Now, I know that you all met at TUBS, which is the University of Bristol Barbershop Singers. That's correct, isn't it? But they've since changed their name. But anyway, and I know you're not all the same age, because Karen, Karen Baritone is the baby of the group, and I also understand that Boo is the boss.
No, Helen's the boss. I'm the spreadsheet girl.
So one thing that I would like to ask you, which is relevant to these times, how are you managing to keep the momentum going?
We've been learning a lot of new music. So just by chance, when we first went into lockdown, we already had quite a bit of stuff in the pipeline, and we realised that we're much better at spending time together on new things, sort of note checking and duetting, rather than trying to kind of polish anything. So we're quite lucky that Helen and I both make tracks. So as long as we've got access to sheet music, it's kind of not too expensive for us to learn lots of new stuff because we can make our own tracks. So we've basically done a new song a month since March. And when we can finally get together, we're going to have a lot of polishing work to do, but we've just been learning new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. That's fantastic. So are you actually meeting regularly? I mean, when I say meeting, I mean virtually. Are you meeting? Have you got a set date? Still?
When we first went into lockdown, we because of how busy we all are with different things, we plan our weekends together quite far in advance. So we had quite a few weekends already booked in the calendar, single weekend days basically. So we have kept all of those in the calendar and just met on Zoom on those days instead. Slightly shorter days because normally we'd be together all day to rehearse, but we've been doing sort of 10 till 2-ish rehearsals together each of those weekend days.
That's fantastic. That really is wonderful. Have other people, just very quickly, have other people done the same sort of thing? Have you kept your rehearsals? You've kept, you have, just stick your hand up if you have. Yeah, I think it's really important. It's what keeps us going. So what is it that you're most looking forward to about returning to real life rehearsals?
4-part harmony.
Hugs. Hugs.
Yeah. Hugs.
Friends again. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Singing with your best friends, eating together. Feel like we miss out on our tea breaks and being big. So yeah, just real life stuff would be great.
And Lock and Ring. I miss it. I miss it so much.
Yes. And another thing that you're working on a CD, aren't you? It's nearly ready, isn't it?
Yes. Our sound engineer is a special needs teacher. So when all the schools closed, obviously the special schools kind of stayed open and life got even more hectic for them. So unfortunately, he's been really busy, and also he had some massive projects, like he did all the audiovisual stuff for the King Singers virtual video, which is pretty high profile. So so things kind of got pushed back a bit. So we're very, very close to done. But just as we were close to done, he went away for a couple of weeks and is now back at school. So we're on tenterhooks, but it's almost here.
Yeah, I think we're 3 tracks away from signing off all of the music, and then all we have to do is get them printed and ready to go.
Yeah. And did you do any of the tracks while you were in lockdown, or was it already pre-done before?
We were quite lucky. We recorded everything the second weekend in February, so everything was recorded, and then it was just a case of editing things and like trying to sort out reverb, like all these things that we didn't know were an issue. We just went, we will sing in a nice environment and that will be enough. And then it was like, oh no, we have to make it sound normal and like less boomy than it would and things. And it's all more complicated than we realised.
Yes, you're at the mercy of your sound engineer, as many of us are now. Anyway, I'm moving swiftly on because Helen W has very kindly agreed to do the warm-up. So we can get ourselves standing or whatever, but I'd love to spotlight Helen, please.
I'm sure it will happen imminently, but I'll get started anyway. Hello, everybody. I'm Helen. I sing lead. Oh, there I am. Hello. I'm going to take this little crown off. Hold on. I do like these video filters, but let's not get too distracting. Right, so if you do have the space to stand up, to give yourself a bit of room, we're going to do a bit of a silly warm-up to start with that's going to kind of get us laughing, but get our brains working a bit as well. I picked this up from one of the Region 31 events last week, so this is a good fun one. It's very simple to start with. If I say the word go, power walk on the spot, make sure you're pumping your arms, get going, get the heart rate going. If I say the word stop, stop. You don't have to freeze. It's not like it's not like musical statues. You just need to stop doing your power walking. If you're in your chair, you need to stay sitting. Just get your arms pumping so that you're getting that energy going. Okay, so that's stage number 1. So let's just give it a little practice. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. 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 Stop. Stop. Go. Stop. Got the idea? Fabulous. Next up, if I say clap, then you need to clap. And if I say jump, then you need to jump. Or if you're sitting down, some sort of little hop in your chair, just a little raise up there with your legs or something, just to get yourself hopping up in the screen. My laptop is balanced on a stand here, so I'm wobbling a lot when I jump, and I apologize for that. Okay, and if I have said go and you're on the move, when I say clap, clap and carry on, or jump and carry on, okay? And if I say stop, you're just clapping or jumping and staying still. So, ready? 4 instructions now. Go. Clap. Jump. Clap. Jump. Stop. Clap. Go. Jump. Go. Clap. Stop. And now, if I say go, you're going to stop. And if I say stop, you're going to go. And if I say clap, you're going to jump. And if I say jump, you're going to clap. Good morning, brains. Welcome to Saturday morning. Ready, steady, stop. Go. Stop. Clap. Jump. Go. Jump. Clap. Stop. Go. Go. Jump. Clap. Stop. Go. Hello, brains. Good morning. There you go. Gets the heart going a little bit. Gets the brains woken up a little bit. We're doing a speedy warm-up today, so we're going to move on, and we're going to do a little bit of snoring. This is very gentle snoring, but it's a good one, especially when you're doing a morning session of singing and you want to clear out a bit of that excess phlegm that you get. So it can be a little bit gross, and I apologize for that, but I promise it is a very useful little warm-up. So what we're going to do is hum a scale all the way up and all the way down slowly, but in between sets of 4 notes, you're going to do a very gentle snore. So it's not a big snort, it's just a gentle back of the throat snore. And you're going to hum. And that's the whole warm up, but we'll do it a little bit slower, okay? So it's very simple, 4 notes at a time on the way up. So let's do it about there, and then we can maybe go a bit lower and a little bit higher as well. So start here with me. And then swallow. It's gross, isn't it? But it's very good. It clears you out. Okay, let's do one a little bit higher for those who want to go a bit higher. So let's start here, and then we'll do a lower one as well. And swallow. And finally, let's do a little bit of a lower one. So let's do here. Great. Obviously, we need a little bit of phlegm in there to keep everything lubricated, but we often wake up especially with a bit of excess, so it's a good one to get rid of that. We're going to warm down a little bit in our range and also warm up our teeth and tongue and lips here with a little bit of a wordy one. If you like Disney characters, we're going to use some Disney characters. You may have heard it before. So the first half is easy. You're going to sing Minnie, 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 Minnie. Everybody can do that one with me. It's just Minnie as in Minnie Mouse. Minnie, 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 Minnie. And the notes are the same for the next one, but you're singing Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. So I'll do that slowly. You can do that with me. We've done Minnie, 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 Minnie. Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Got it? General nods. Do the whole thing with me nice and slowly, and then we'll do it up to speed. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. And then at the end of each one we'll go down a semitone, and we'll just go a lot faster so that we can get ourselves down a lot lower for the basses, okay? So it's going to be Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. That speed. Yeah? Okay, let's do it together. And Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. So make sure you're overemphasizing all of these words more than you would if you were singing normally, so that we wake everything up here as well. Here, Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. Minnie, 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 Goofy, Mickey, Donald, Chip and Dale. I'm not sure I've got a lot more than that because I'm not bass. Somewhere around there. Okay, and then we'll do a little quick warm up, and then I think we're going to get started on the polka. So this one hopefully is fairly simple as well. We'll start quite low because it gets quite high quite quickly. So for those tenors, we're going to get to warm up that higher range as well. The pattern goes like this. Bing bong bing, bing a bong bing, bing bong bing bong, bing a bong bing. So I'm going to break that into halves. Bing bong bing, bing a bong bing. So sing that first half with me. Bing bong bing, bing a bong bing. Second half goes bing bong bing bong, bing a bong bing. Everyone with me? Bing bong bing bong, bing a bong bing. We'll put the whole thing together. Bing bong bing, bing a bong bing, bing bong bing bong, bing a bong bing. So that's the whole thing. And as we go up and move a semitone up at the end of each one, you're going to move on to the next consonant in the alphabet. So we start with bing, and then king, and then ding, and then fing. Get the idea? We'll get too high too quickly to get through the whole alphabet, but it wakes up your brains a little bit as well. So let's start quite low because it gets high quite quickly. So let's do bing, bong, bing, down there if we can. Bing. Everyone ready? Bing, bong, bing, bing a bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing a bong, bing. King kong king, king a kong king, king kong king kong, king a kong king. Ding dong ding, ding a dong ding, ding dong ding dong, ding a dong ding. Let's speed it up. Fing fong fing, fing a fong fing, fing fong fing fong, fing a fong fing. Ging gong ging, ging a gong ging, ging gong ging gong, ging a gong ging. Hing hong hing, hing a hong hing, hing hong hing hong, hing a hong hing. Jing jong jing, jing a jong jing, jing jong jing a jong jing. King kong king, king a kong king, king kong king a kong king. Ling long ling, ling a long ling, ling long ling a long ling. Ming mong ming, ming a mong ming, ming mong ming a mong ming. Ning nong ning, ning a nong ning, ning nong ning a nong ning. Oh, this is testing my alphabet. P. Ping pong ping, ping a pong ping, ping pong ping pong ping a pong ping. Quing quang quing, quing a quang quing, quing quang quing quang quing a quang quing. Two more. Ring rong ring, ring a rong ring, ring rong ring rong ring a rong ring. Last one. Sing song sing, sing a song sing, sing song sing song sing a song sing. Which feels like an appropriate one to finish on, I think. Cool. Warm-up's done. Let's move on. What's next? Helen.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Helen. I don't want to be spotlighted. Oh, I can't stop me being spotlighted. Okay, somebody's done that. So now we're going to go into a 20-minute sectional. I'm not sure if Anne-Marie has managed to get in, but not to worry, I can always join the bass if needed. So can I ask whoever is moving us into our respective sectionals to do so?
Anne-Marie isn't in, but Mike, you're in that room. Will you be able to help the bass, please? I'll take that as a
Yes,
yes.
I will. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I couldn't. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Opening the rooms now.
Hey, Sue Breeze, you need to rename yourself.
Okay, so we all should be in our right rooms now, I think.
Oh,
is there any non-lead in the main room?
I can
only
see a
Sue Breeze,
couple of threes. Yeah.
Who's a Barry? Oh,
I'm just moving Anne-Marie into the bass room.
And Jill as well. Jill Stark's labelled as a 3.
I was very confused. I didn't realise we were staying in the main room. Hello, Leeds.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Is that right?
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll get started. If they've missed the button or something, I'm sure they'll jump in at some point.
Go for it.
Fabulous. Hello, Leeds. Welcome to the Leeds sectional. I encourage you, this is LABBS Interactive, to unmute whenever you like and ask questions and things and jump in any way that you want to. And I believe we also have people watching the chat if that is the easier way for you to jump in as well. So feel free at any point. Remind me what time we finish this sectional. How many minutes have we got ish?
20.
20 minutes. Fabulous. I think it probably makes sense first and foremost to have a sing through. Don't you? Shall we share the lead dominant part for this sing through, and then we'll have the ensemble when we're all back together, or if we're feeling particularly confident in 15 minutes time? Yeah? Okay, in which case I'm going to share my sound and play it.
It's the music that brings us together. It's the music that brings joy untold. Those sweet melodies, those grand harmonies, light the fire that burns in my soul. us down when trouble and strife come our way. It's the music that brings us together, but it's the friendships that make us
Oh, isn't it lovely? So lovely. Right. First and foremost, any questions? Does anybody have a particular tricky corner? Any questions about notes? Anything like that? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Ooh, wonderful. I mean, I'm glad you're all feeling very confident. That's great. It makes my job easy. In which case, why don't we do the first thing that I'm going to address is our great big giant post at the end. It's a long one. If any of you can make it through the entire thing in one breath, I'm very impressed, but I cannot. So I thought that it might be handy to just reiterate a little bit of how we take sneaky breaths, ninja breaths, chorus breaths, whatever it is that you call them in your chorus, with a little exercise. And we'll do it on the note that we sing. So here's my pitch pipe. And I'm going to teach you a little exercise you may have heard plenty of times before, especially if you sing with Boo, because I know it's one of her favourites. The words go like this. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. And it goes like this. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. But you keep repeating that, and you do as you sing. So if you need to take another breath, we're going to practice it with that exercise, taking it in the middle of the words breath, long, or note. So I'll just rep it and rep it. You can do it with me. See if you can practice those sneaky little breaths. And the idea is that when you're holding a long note, you fade out and fade back in so we don't get a bit of a jump in sound in volume or in anything like that. Stay. It needs to be subtle to not be noticed. That's what makes it a ninja breath. All right? So let's do that exercise together. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. Don't take it after the word note. We're just going to keep repping that in a circle a few times so you can practice. So do that with me. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. If you need to take another breath, take it in the middle of a long note. Get the idea? Shall we see? Let's do one more little breath exercise that's going to help us with this. So, essentially, just as you are, however you normally sing, we're just going to sing on this note. Just count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and see how far we can get. So everybody do that one with me, and I'll count as well. I might run out before some of you. Sorry. So if I take a sneaky breath, it's because I can see more people are still going, and I'm trying to keep up with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're still going? Some people still going? Did anyone make it as far as 20? Woo! Nice, especially if you've been a little bit ill, Vivian. I'm impressed. Well done. Okay, so take 2. This time we're going to think about where the breath is and using it efficiently. So first of all, take a deep breath in that goes all the way down. Your belly needs to expand. We're taking what's called a baby breath. You know when little babies walk around and they're not thinking about breathing and it's just happening naturally, and you see their little bellies going in and out. They've got little tubby bellies, little baby fat bellies. Take your breath in there. Don't think about it being up in your chest or in your shoulders. Just take it in right to your lower abdomen. Take a big breath in and take it and let it out. And then put your hands, excuse camera angle, on your lower ribs here. Take that same big deep breath in and you're going to feel those expand, hopefully. And this time when you breathe out, stop them collapsing. You basically need to fight against what naturally your rib cage is going to want to go in with everything else as it collapses. But actually what we want you to do is take the breath, expand it all, and then keep the rib cage expanded while you breathe out. So we'll do another one. Breathe in. And breathe out, but see if you can keep your hands there as long as possible. And now we're going to do exactly the same exercise again and see if we can just last a few numbers longer. So here's the F. We're going to take one of those breaths, keep our hands on our lower ribs so we can feel that expansion and fight against it. This is particularly handy when you're pairing up with people and you've got someone who's pushing against you here. So you can get someone to hold your ribs for you and you can fight against their slight pressure that they put on. But while we're here by ourselves, we're going to do it ourselves. So hands on the lower ribs, but make sure you're not tucking, like scrunching your shoulders up while you do it. Be still nice and relaxed at the top. We're going to take one of those big breaths and then we're going to sing our numbers again and see if we can get there a bit further this time. So breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I got a few further. Oh, it's still good. There's still some faces going. There you go. We've already made it further than last time. Now this time, when we sing through, take that breath, preferably each time that you're taking a breath, but consciously when we get towards the end, but it's the friendships and then there's a breath that make us stay, take that breath, put your hands on your ribs if you want to, so you can still feel it. And then let's see if we can get a little bit further through the post before having to stagger our breath. I'm going to skip through the song a little bit so we just get the end, so you don't just have to hear it over and over again. Let's see where we're going from and join in when you can hear where we're going from, and then we'll get that breath, which is, if you're looking at music, in the middle of bar 31 but after the word friendships. Okay?
But it's the friendships that make us
Did you get further through it that time? Did it feel a bit more steady, sturdy? Because even if you don't get further through it, it just gives you a bit more stability in your breathing and your tone as well. And if you had to take a breath, did you do your ninja breaths properly? Yeah. Boom. That's one big thing ticked off the list in this song. So when Avalon is learning a song, even in fact on Zoom, although it ends up a little bit one-sided sometimes, of course, we start with every duet, every single duet, and we use the sheet music and we pick out things like octaves and fifths where we need to be really bang on our tuning, especially in a really good proper barbershop, square old barbershop piece like this where it's full of them. And we make sure that they're really in tune. So what I've actually done for today, if I swap my share around to my screen, is do a little bit of annotating of the sheet music with the basses. Getting the octaves and the fifths highlighted, because honestly we go into this much detail. I'm sure it's because Boo is our tenor. She's very good at the matrix. We call it the matrix if you ever hear us talk about it. It's every duet and then every trio, and then we come back together, and it's basically fixed everything in sort of chunks of 8 bars or something, which is very handy. But here's some nice examples. I just did it with the one part, but we tend to do it with all of them, but I only did it with the one part in this because it's very close harmony and there aren't that many with the other parts. It's really well written. So let's look at green first, which is our octaves. I'm going to zoom in. Is it zooming in for you? I hope that's working. Yes, good. Here are all of our octaves with the basses. There's one already just in bar 1. It's the music. And that will need to lock with the basses when you're duetting with them. This one's a very quick passing one, so it's only going to lock as it goes by, but that doesn't mean that you don't want it to still be just as good. There's a B flat here. There's a quick B flat here. Burns in my soul. It goes quite quickly past. Life here, another B flat. Music here, that's the same as before because actually the harmony is the same, just in this beginning of the same phrase that's repeated. And then we get one at the end of the tag here, but I'm not gonna lie, that's the bass's responsibility. As long as we are posting well and we're staying in tune on our F here, then the basses have to think about this one. But with all of the others, we need to think about sitting on top of what is essentially the bass's overtone that's an octave above where they are. So if your basses are singing well, and I think they probably will be because we're LABBS, aren't we? Then they're going to have a really nice overtone in the octave above where they're singing, and we are that note essentially. They are basically creating a major triad above them, and we are the octave. So we don't need to put a lot of effort into it. We just need to make sure that we sing as in tune with the basses as we can, because it will just create that ringing sound that we get and that is characteristic of barbershop, because we're just creating another octave above us if we're singing well, and that really lovely ringing and overtony sound. And the other interval that does that very easily, very obviously, is the fifth, of which you can see we have many, many more fifths than we do octaves with the basses. So there's a B to an F sharp here, a C to a G here. There are a lot of them. That's what the purples are. And I do recommend, when you are able to sing with people, or if you're singing with the teach track, which we will give a go with the bass teach track, being able to listen out for these, and when you're not singing with a teach track, when you're singing live, stopping on them to make sure that you're tuning them right. And it's not just going to be about tuning, it's not just going to be about being a little sharp or a little flat or anything like that. It's also going to be to do with vowel matching. So make sure that you're singing the same vowel or a slightly higher migrated version of the vowel if you go into that much detail as the basses, to make it lock and ring as best as possible. So I thought, just because our approach generally when we're learning music is to duet all the parts, that you might find it handy to do a little duet with the bass dominant track. So should we give that a try? Are you all happy enough, or I'll keep the sheet music on the screen so you can see the octaves and fifths as they come up, and you'll hear them when you sing against the bass part. Do you want to give that a try? Yeah? There's a couple of nods. There are enough nods that I'm going to say, yes, you do. Let's do it. Okay, here comes the bass part, and I'll scroll the music, but I'm going to mute myself again.
It's the music that brings us together. It's the music that brings joy untold. Ooh, those grand harmonies light the fire that burns in my soul. When It's the music that brings us together, but it's the friendship. Think
about your breath.
That make us stay, sharing music with friends fills our hearts with song each day.
There we go. You can now duet with the basses. How many minutes have we had? I'm not very good at keeping track of the time. Don't know how long
We've got 2 minutes left.
Oh, well then. Any questions? That's probably the easiest at this point. Oh yeah, just had a little notice, 2 minutes. Any questions at all? It doesn't even have to be about the music if you don't want. So I would, if we had a little bit more time, probably then do a little duet with the baritones and the tenors. With the baritones, I think the thing I would be focusing most on, and the thing that they are probably focusing most on in their sectional right now, is the points at which the baritone are above and below the lead line. Because we're going to need to fill the sound a little bit more if we're below the baritones to support the baritone and the tenor above us. And they are going to have to be careful with their balance as well when they come above and below us to make sure that we are still able to easily follow what is the melody line that we've got and they don't kind of go off with the baritones, as it were. Cool. I think there's probably no point in getting into anything else in too much detail if we've only got a minute or so left.
That was so helpful. I have to say that was really, really helpful to go through it like that. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm going to stop this share. And then when we get the others back in our room, we're in the main room, aren't we? So everyone will join us in a minute.
Did you do a complete run through just for this section?
We did. We did a couple of run throughs. One with the basses.
I'm just allowing the Barrys to do theirs and then we'll bring everyone back in.
Wonderful.
Helen?
Yeah.
This is an unrelated to the lead section. Mm-hmm. How well do you know all the timings of it, with the track? And I ask that because I'm going to be conducting it and I realised that there's so many minute little variances of the timings that trying to conduct it to the teacher is really difficult. I'm finding it so do you feel confident conducting it or would you not feel confident conducting it?
I don't know. I might have to try it. I could switch off my video in this booze music bit and have a test if you like. But
okay, well, I mean, I will do it, but I would do it with a caveat of I apologise if the timings aren't. Absolutely.
I think I'm a bit more au fait with just the lead part, but I think maybe if you're happy doing it, I don't I don't 100% know all the other parts as well yet.
Okay.
So
all right.
I think
so I'll
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just apologise.
You don't need to. It's on the Viva list, but we haven't got that far yet. So yeah.
Anyway,
1 more minute, ladies, and I'll bring back in.
Ooh, extra minute.
So in that case, I can ask you all if you're all ready and prepared to do a recording in this next bit of the LABBSi. So, and if you are willing to do that, then you need to have a separate device on which to record. So your mobile phone, assuming that you're not using your mobile phone to Zoom on. And then you also need earphones or headphones that plug into the device from which you're Zooming, so that so that you can hear the music through the Zoom. Sorry, so you can hear the music through the Zoom, and so that all that is recorded is your voice on your mobile phone. And I would recommend one earphone or headphone. Have you all done recordings like in this way before? No, some of you haven't. Okay, Rachel hasn't. So you need to make sure you've got one ear or headphone in, because that way you can hear your voice as well. And the other ear or headphone is tucked away somewhere behind your head, so it's not picked up on the phone.
I can't do it today anyway, so
fine. Oh, can you not do it at all today?
No, I'm not going to be able to.
Ah, shame. Okay.
Coming back in.
Helen, I don't think I can either, because I wasn't prepared for that. So is that okay if I just sing mute?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of
the first one I've actually done, so I didn't know what to expect.
Oh, well, welcome.
Thank you.
Nothing like being chucked in at the deep end. Yeah,
I have done recordings before, but I don't feel confident enough that I know it well enough yet. So if you don't mind, I don't want to spoil.
No, it's absolutely not a problem. It's I suppose it's an extra incentive for people who want to have some sort of tangible result from the work.
No, it's good. I do it actually in another choir, and we thoroughly enjoy it. And then she puts it together, and we can hear it. So it's a lovely idea. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true. You do need.
But I'll listen to the ones that can do it well. Sorry.
No, please don't apologise. It was only it's an option. It's not an absolute.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, you can just use the opportunity to sing it through twice.
Yes, I can. Nobody hear me.
Are we all in?
Almost.
Who are we? Which part are we waiting for?
Yes. Are the tenors back?
Yeah, we're back.
Yes. So we are all in.
Looks like it.
Wonderful. In that case, who's going first? We're going to have a little session on looking at the performance elements that are available to us in the music, and then the musical elements. Would you like to start with? Ah.
Hello,
Facebook.
This session has been recorded, and all the other sessions have as well, so they will be published later for everyone. So everyone enjoy your session from now on. Hello, Facebook. Let's continue. Thank you absolutely.
Lovely. Okay, well, I'm going to make a decision. We'll start with Boo. We'll start with Boo to talk us through the musical opportunities.
Okay, so I've only got a couple of minutes, so we're going to keep this brief. For those of you who don't know, I am a music judge as well, although not in LABBS, in BABBS, because I wanted to sing, and I thought if I was in the judging pit, then I wouldn't be able to sing at LABBS, so I joined the men's organisation instead. But we use the same rules, so it's all good. So I'm going to share my screen. And we want this one. So I've just got a couple of dots on here just to remind me what I'm talking about. So for those of you who don't know, Clay Hine is a very good and very prolific arranger. If you came to the last LABBS Harmony College, the arrangement of Auld Lang Syne we did was one of his. The Smile medley that Avalon did in the finals with all the magic, that's one of his as well. Really, really great arranger. And of course, he wrote this as an original song. Clay is also a music judge, has been for a very long time. His daughter Melody was the very first female BHS judge, which is also pretty cool. And so you would expect, being a music judge, a very good arranger, that there'd be some good musical nuggets in here. So I'm just going to point out a couple of little things that you might want to be aware of as we're going through. So the music category, we have 5 main things that we look at when we're judging, and one of those is embellishments. So that's echoes, swipes, bell chords, patter, back time, all this kind of thing. And we like to use embellishments to kind of develop a song. So there's a couple of nice little bits in here. So the very first line doesn't have any embellishment at all, really. It's just completely straight, no swipes, nothing interesting. And then we get our second line. It's the music that brings joy untold. And we've got these lovely swipes that we start to have. And we've got in there one of my favourite chords. I love a half diminished chord, which is giving us this kind of a little bit of a sense of yearning. And you'll hear it. Now I've said to you there's a good chord in there. When you sing it through, you'll go, nice chord there. Then we get a little bit, so far, we've just had really typical barbershop, 4-part harmony, all singing the same words, what we used to call homophony and nowadays we call homorhythm. So either one just means we're all singing the same words at the same time. So then we've got the leads have a little leady bit with their ooh, and then we go back to this this homorhythm, this all having the same words at the same time. And the impact there is that you kind of, it makes it feel, well, it makes it feel more barbershop. It gives it a bit of strength that we've kind of had, oh, this is a lead moment, and then, oh, we're all together. And you hear in the teach track that even though he's written this as straight crotchets, Michaela has chosen to really kind of pull it out there and emphasize that. And I love that because it's kind of really good word painting, that we've got those grand harmonies, and he's written these really grand harmonies and written for us all to get the words together again. So that's your second point to have a little listen out for. Like the fire that burns in my soul. So this is another really nice swipe. When I say swipe, I just mean anywhere that we have more than one note on the same word. So here we've got soul, we're still just singing soul, but we're going to move. So we've got a really nice, just solid triad chord, the easiest chord to ring, the best chord for overtones. And then from there, we kind of have a ta-da moment because we all do a little swipe out. So that's just another nice one to be aware of. That's one of those swipes we can really lean into, give it a little bit of emphasis, give it a little bit of ta-da. Then we carry on and things get a little bit dark and twisty. So we have the storms roll around when life brings us down. I haven't picked this one out, but again, I love the word painting here. This idea that life brings us down and the basses have that gorgeous drop down to the bottom F. So I think we can really make the most of that. And then I love this. We have when troubles and strife come our way, and the words are saying, oh, it's getting a bit complicated. And then we've got this really intricate harmony. So again, it's really lovely word painting where the music is doing exactly the same thing as the words. So I love that. It's the music that brings us together, title of the song again. But it's the friendships that make us stay. And when you get here, the first time you listen to this, if you'd paused at Make Us, if we weren't barbershoppers, you could definitely finish the song there. You can hear it kind of wants to resolve, but we're barbershoppers and we love a tag. So so instead Clay puts in this nice seventh, and what that does is it gives us some really good tension. So baritones, when we get to that stay, you've got to really, really emphasize that, because that's the note that means, oh no, we've got to have a tag because we're not finished yet. And then we get this lovely tag. So they're just a few little places that that you want to be aware of as we're going through, where he's kind of put in these little Easter eggs of fun things we can find and fun word painting that just really make this scream barbershop to me. So I'm going to pass you over to Helen, and she's going to talk a little bit about performance. I stop sharing.
Indeed, I am. Hello. So for those of you who don't know, I am also a LABBS judge with Boo in the performance category. So I'm going to jump in with a speedy performance session here. And what I'm going to do is share the lyrics on my screen, because I want to look at these with you. So I don't think it's difficult for any of us to be able to connect to this song personally. I'm sure you are all aware, especially, you know, if not from general talking about it online, from the bottom of the sheet music, that Clay Hine arranged this just as the, what did they call it in America? The shelter in place COVID rules came into place in America, which is the same as our staying at home, social distancing, all that kind of thing that we had going on. And it's written to bring out the emotion of what it is that we do, why we do it, and how touching it is that we are all doing our best to stay in touch with everyone that we've met on the rises during this time, and we're desperate to still be able to sing together, and lots of choruses have successfully been able to keep going with the virtual rehearsals and that kind of thing. I think we've even got some people who've had new in-person rehearsals, which is great. But it's the lyrics that I'm going to look at with you today, which is going to be one aspect of a rather large category. So I'm sorry we can't get into a lot of detail. But I think there are two things that it's worth looking at in this speedy session. The first one is the meaning behind the lyrics and the sort of story that this song takes us on. So obviously the first line, it's the music that brings us together, is the title of the song and is the point of most of the lyrics in the song. The reason that we all got together is because we like singing and we like sharing that gift with people on the stage, in concerts, in care homes, in competitions, in front of our families, in whatever context we all started singing and now continue to sing in our choruses. That is what brought us together. And the rest of the song, most of the rest of the song, goes into detail about that. We actually light the fire that burns in my soul. It doesn't mean we just like singing together. It is a passion of ours. When you talk about having a fire in your soul, that means you're passionate about something. It's not just, this is kind of cool, like a nice warm, lukewarm cup of tea. It's fire in your soul. You love it. And that's what brings us together. And then even in bad times, we can often find that going to rehearsal and singing on the risers makes us feel better. And being with our friends makes us feel better. But the point of the song, the plot twist at the end, as it were, is that the music brought us all together, but what people don't know when they necessarily see us singing on stage for the first time, they might see a chorus of 40, 50, 100 women, mixed choruses, men, singing all together. What they might not know is, for example, that coming to sing in a barbershop chorus because I love singing, and then 4 years later, that guy on the risers over there proposed to me and we became a couple. Or that person over there was my maid of honor. Or that person, I was her birthing partner at the birth of her first child. Or it's the friendships that make us stay in the chorus. And that is the punchline of the whole song. People don't necessarily, if they haven't been in this situation, realize quite how important it is to us that we have made best friends on the risers. So the music and our love for the music and how it can make us feel better in bad times is what we're singing about for most of the song. But that tag at the end, that final line that the leads sing, and then the extra final line the other parts all sing, is the crux of it. It doesn't matter how much we enjoy singing, we probably wouldn't have stayed in the choruses that we're in if we didn't love the people that we sing with. So that is the personal story behind it. And I thought that it might be handy for you to see a little bit of vocal expression brought into it so that when we do our recordings, we have lovely, professional, wonderful, expressive recordings. And it is LABBSi, so normally I'd get you all jumping in, but I know we're also running quite late. So I'm going to talk you through just a few examples. The first line, let's see if we can do one word on every line that we want to emphasize or really use in a really nice expressive way. I would say that the first line is probably the word music, because that's the point of the whole song. It's the music that brings us together. So the emphasis we want to be on the word music. It's the music that brings us together. So really milk that word as we go through. And then the second line, it's the music that brings joy untold. That word that we're going to aim for is the joy. You even sort of technique-y wise, put a bit of a ch sound on the joy to really emphasize that word. It's the music that brings joy untold. Really use that. And then Boo has already, luckily for me, touched on the word painting a little bit. Those sweet melodies, parts just because you're singing ooh doesn't mean your faces can't show how sweet they are. And leads, those sweet melodies. So use the sweet. And the grand harmonies that Boo again was talking about, the word painting, we really love those big block ringing chords. And I would say that the word grand, it's not just harmonies, it's grand harmonies. So you want to emphasize this. This is a really nice little consonant here, that consonant pairing here, grand harmonies. So have that G and have that R in there. What's really great is that Michaela is a boss at doing all of these on the teach track already. So if you're following her, you're probably already doing them. Those grand harmonies light the fire that burns in my soul. Something tells me this is what we want to be aiming for. It's not just sitting there. It's really, you're really fired up about this music that you love. When storms roll around, probably storms, because this is the metaphor that we're using, is the storms are the bad things potentially that are happening in our life, or things that are really getting us down. When life brings us, and the basses can really enjoy this one in particular, because you've got that nice swipe down on the word down. You are the word painters here. When life brings us down. When trouble and strife, and this one in particular, you can hear on the teach track, Michaela's so good at. those three consonants together, you can really milk. Trouble and strife come our way. Really enjoy that emphasis there. And then this is a reiteration of the title. I would say we also still want, because this is the point at which we're doing, oh, plot twist, but it's the friendships that make us stay. We want to emphasize that it's the music that brings us together, but it's the friendships that make us stay. Now, this line, we don't actually need to necessarily bring out or emphasize a particular word, because the music and the way that Michaela has interpreted it does it for us. We've gone from the big out to the world, we love sharing this music with you, this is why we're here, to a much more personal, introspective, and the dynamic comes right down in the teach track for, but it's the friendships that make us stay. And that's the point of the whole song in the end. So on this one, we're just going to follow what Michaela's doing with that slightly quiet. She comes down in volume a little bit, slightly quieter and a lot more personal. The bit that the audience don't necessarily see, but we really know in our hearts. Cool. There's your speedy performance session on the song. I could leave this up if you want, but then maybe the videoing won't work so well. So you guys, you should all remember this as we turn off the screen sharing so that we can film you all singing. Okay, here's your 10-second quick check of what we talked about. I'm sure you're all doing it particularly, like naturally anyway, without any help. So there you go. I got jealous of Boo's flowers, so I had to put mine on too.
That was, thank you, Boo, and thank you, Helen. Those were such wonderful breakdowns and insights in such a short amount of time. I'm in awe of your clarity and yeah, fantastic. I think it would actually be wonderful to keep the lyrics on with the highlighted words. I think that'd be really helpful actually when singing through. I don't know whether it's possible for you to slightly change the dimension of your screen so that you've got sort of half lyrics and half me, because I'm going to be conducting just so that you can practice singing along to a conductor, and I'm going to be playing the track as well. You don't want that? Okay.
Sorry, which Helen? I cancelled my screen share, but I realised you might have been talking to Helen Lappert.
Okay. Yep. All right. I quite liked it because it hid some of me. Anyway, let's. All right. So we're going to sing this through twice now. I realise it's really late actually. Maybe we should only sing it through once. What do you think, Rita? In view of the time,
be 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
that's true.
Twice.
Right. We'll sing it through.
We're late.
Normal song. You can sing it twice.
So I'm going to suggest that you use the opportunity to record both times actually, because that way you might get a better take first or second time. So if you want to record now rather than do it later on during the day, the instructions are: have your device that you're recording onto handy, mobile phone ideally. Have your earphones or headphones plugged into your Zoom device so that you can listen to the track. Put one ear or headphone on. You're only recording your own voice. That's what we want, just your voice, nothing else. Tuck the other earphone under your clothes, behind your back, so it's out of the way of your mobile phone. Good, all right. The other thing I need to say is I'm not going to mouth the lyrics because I'll get them wrong. And I don't want you to follow me. I'd like you to follow my hands. Having said that, there are some beautiful interpretations that Michaela does when she's singing, where she slightly stretches certain lyrics, and it's so difficult for me to follow exactly what she's doing, rather than to be the one that's leading, if you see what I mean. So bear with me if I don't do it exactly as per the track. I would say, I'd say in an ideal world, follow me rather than following the track. The idea being that we'll get some synchronization, hopefully.
reading her art. The second one we will do the full 49, if that's okay with everyone. And everyone smile and say hello to Facebook while I've got the opportunity here.
Hello, Facebook.
All right. What you'll hear on this track, and I'm playing it through a Bluetooth speaker, is a pitch and then a 1, 2. So I'm just going to practice that with you so that you can hear. Can you just give me a thumbs up that you can hear it? Okay. Can you hear that? Great. So you're here on 1, 2. It's the music that brings. Let's do that a couple of times. I don't want you to record yet. Here we go. One, 2. It's the music that brings us together. Is that okay? Great. All right. So I now suggest that you get poised with your mobile phone. You've got your earphone in, mobile phone in front of you. I would press the record button now. Can you give me a thumbs up that you've done that? Great. Excellent. Here we go. One, 2. It's the music that brings us together. It's the music that brings joy untold. Those sweet melodies, those grand harmonies, like the fire that burns in my soul. When storms roll around, when life brings us down, when trouble and strife come our way, it's the music that brings us together, but it's the friendships that make us stay, sharing music with friends, fills our hearts with song each day. Good.
Thank you very much, everyone. So the next one we're going to go with the 49 take. So that'll be everyone. Best faces, best smiles. Remember, you're live on Facebook, but this video will be used later for the final production, and all your audio will be mixed together. And so this is the big take for you. So yeah, I said smile. That's it. Thank you very much. Over to transitioning now to remove weight on that one. Ready when you are, Helen.
So I can't see all 9 on my screen, everybody on the screen at the moment.
It's okay, I can.
I don't know whether anybody else can.
I can. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Shall I still direct again? Would that be helpful or not? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Please press record on your devices. One earphone in. One, 2. It's the music that brings us together. It's the music that brings joy untold. Those sweet melodies, those grand
some more. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Yvette, going to see how long we can get you smiling for. And you, Yvette, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know about you, but I feel actually feel very emotional, actually. And even though even I couldn't hear you, it's the imagination of hearing you. Anyway, I had a whole host of things that I was meant to say to you, but I've now been advised, I'm delighted, I'm sure you're delighted to know, that just to say, check out the LABBS Facebook page for all folders and links regarding, firstly, uploading your audio. The videos are sorted because all the video footage will be taken from this session. So uploading your audios from just this session, but also to say that the LABBS Big Sing Weekend is our opportunity to be seen and heard and together. And so please do check out how you can contribute to making it a fabulous weekend. That's it from me. Thank you so much. And a massive, huge thank you to Avalon. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so, so much. Looking forward to hearing your CD. And yeah, all the best.
Thank you to you as well, Helen, for running everything.
Pleasure. Okay.
Thank you. Bye. Goodbye.